This is not the camera that I was supposed to be using. So let's see if I can switch that. No. Okay. All right, we're stuck with this. I am late. If you ever deal with someone who's a programmer, you realize you get totally stuck in your head, and then you lose track of time, and that's not it's not an thing exclusive to programmers, but people who program, I think, do it more often. So, welcome. Yes, it's Chewbacca, words of wisdom. So, and then the quote that everybody wants to see is the bottom here. Couldn't have said it better, Chewbacca. Couldn't have said it better. All right. So we have a new angle. It's not reversed, so you know that you're not on the Do Nothing project. So I am your host on Wednesdays, Andrew. I'm a certified mindfulness meditation coach, and I am a software engineer by trade and trading and brain pattern. Thank you all. Oh, hey, Randy's here. Bonjour, Randy. Oh, and Richard. Welcome back, Richard. Oh, wow. Sorry I kept you all waiting. And so I guess, and Moira's here. Welcome, Moira. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's great. And hello to Ruth and Mike G and Paul and Lisa as well. Colette and Bill B and Fred, of course. And Bill J and Brooke is in the blue font. How awesome is that? All right. So, again, for review purposes only, we're playing around with, we've been playing around in April, and maybe actually, I think it was April. Maybe we did this in March too. I don't remember. But this is something that in 23, Shambhala put out. And so it's a 55 meditations to cultivate a courageous heart. And who doesn't want a courageous heart? Seriously, right? So welcome, Sheila. And yeah, who doesn't want a courageous heart? So is it Malaya? Malala? No. Yeah, Malalia. Welcome. Sorry to mispronounce your name. And I just happened to pick this one, which is fire. And who doesn't? I need to meet things with a boundless heart. I wish I had a boundless heart. So, okay, Malaya. Thank you. I don't have it. I don't have it close by, but I'm the kind of person who memorized phonetic pronunciations for hockey player names. That was one of my favorite things. So there was media guide for hockey. I loved that. So, all right. So we're going to do 25 minute sit. I'm going to use strong back, soft front. Again, for review purposes only. Just as a bit of inspiration. And then what to expect, 25 minutes sit. 5 minutes at the end will be the do nothing technique, or we'll just let go of whatever light guidance I've been providing. If you have your own practice, you're welcome to allow my voice to be in the background and do your own thing. So that is that. I think I've covered most of the things I normally say at the beginning. I have a bell and a striker. So that'll be that. And then just making sure that my phone is on airplane mode, which it is. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to try not to fixate on the fact that I have the wrong camera. In my mind, the wrong camera. So 25 minutes on the clock. Um, yeah, actually, you might not be hearing the clock here. So we are entering in, Saban's not here, but in Arizona, we are entering into ceiling fan weather. So that's one thing. And then let's see if that computer will stop making fan noises. Yeah, the clock is there, but really subtle. And then I don't know what my audio input is. My audio input might be the Mac. So maybe we'll have the clock, maybe we won't. But that will be corrected for next time. So promise. All right. So the notion of strong back, soft front is something that you'll hear a lot as a stance of compassion. So that's our inspiration for this. And I think there's a few folks that probably have heard Roshi Joan Halifax say this. And so it is a favorite for mine. I have not managed to figure out where it comes from, because I thought there was like a Zen story for it. But those that have sat with me know that I tend to, just on my own preferences, focus a bit more on my spine and my posture, and so this is a good one for me. And then real notion here is to be able to have a stance that is one that is not yielding while being so that's the strong back, while having a accepting and loving position as well. So compassion and fierce love don't always have to be ooey gooey, I guess would be the other thing I'd say. So I think that's everything. All right, I'm noticing the time. So I'm noticing that time. So, all right, if we start now, we'll have about 8 minutes before the top of the hour. So, all right, and there we go. There we go. The other laptop went to sleep. So, awesome. You just made it, Marjorie. I knew I was slowing everything down for a reason. Glad you made it. Glad you made it, Lynn. All right. So, really beginning with arriving, I've got all sorts of crazy nervous energy from being late and being on a different laptop and having the wrong camera and all these things. And ultimately, not a big deal, right? Like, it's low, 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 low on the grand scheme of things. So, really just adopting a posture that helps us to be relaxed and alert, and allowing the spine to be upright. And that uprightness gives us the ability to put a little bit of strength into that strong back. And I'm going to focus on the seated posture in a chair, on a cushion, or on a bench, but you could be standing or lying down. You could have a strong back on the ground. You could be walking, all equally spiritual positions for you to be in. And then, again, just a little bit of a nod of acknowledgement to whatever it's like to be in the body right now. So if you're feeling a little sluggish or maybe a little tired, or if you're raring to go. And then finally, a few deliberate breaths. Slow and low is the tempo we're going for. Breathing in through the nose allows us to slow that breath down, get low into the belly, and then as the inhale turns into the exhale, seeing if we can extend and accentuate it. And as we finish up with those deliberate breaths, just seeing if we can kind of, I like this sort of visual of like gathering up our concentration or gathering our attention. As we sit, we sometimes feel scattered. So, just this notion of kind of bringing all of our focus here into the body, gathering our attention. And as we gather our attention, we can also allow our distractions to kind of be off to the side. So we'll feel like potentially I feel kind of pulled to the clock, but I'm gathering that attention back, bringing the attention back and bringing it into the body. And on the next exhale, seeing if you can really drop your attention into the body, maybe into the belly. And really allowing yourself to relax into the body. And if you want home base, the breath, the sensation of the breath in the belly, it's one place that might be a familiar home base for you to work with. And just seeing if there's any restful sensations that you might be able to focus on. And the last little cue here is just if you feel like you're getting scattered again, just patiently gathering back up our attention. Using the exhale to drop back into the body and starting all over again. And having the patience to do that as many times as you need to.
Now that we've had a chance to gather our attention and stabilize in the belly and maybe get a bit of sense of rest and relaxation, see if we can now get a sense of our spine. The spine exemplifies this state of equanimity, inner balance. Another way to say it, you could say it is neither pushing nor pulling against your experience. All ways to talk about equanimity. And through a small back, we can be with whatever is present. And shifting your attention to the front of the body. I'm just trying on some perspectives here and see if you can experience the front of your body as being open and receptive, permeable. And with this open, receptive, permeable front, seeing if you're up to allowing your heart to feel a bit more open. And I won't lie, this sounds harder to do nowadays than ever. Just seeing if you're open, if your heart is open enough to let the world into your experience. Really acknowledging the combination of the two. So letting your strong back and your open heart give you a genuine feeling of presence. The equanimity of the strong back and the compassion of the soft front. And if you are in a good groove with strong back, soft front, you're welcome to continue with that. But this is your opportunity to put the technique down off to the side with care and move into do nothing. In do nothing, we let go of any intention to control our attention. And really, we just sit and allow ourselves to sit. I will invite the bell to signal the end of our time sitting. And as our dedication of merit, I will borrow again from the deck. May this practice nourish all things, and may this practice nourish each thing in all realms and truly benefit all beings. All right, there you have it. A Wednesday, a little bit of a late start, but that is it. Let's see. I don't think I have. So if you don't get the email reminders, today's reminder went out a little bit late. But in the reminder, so I'll do, if you send an email to that email address, if you want reminders, send an email to that email address and I will add you to the list. And then, let's see really quickly. I think I can. I will copy actually, because I think Brooke might not do this. If you want to sign up for Brooke's Begin Again, which is tomorrow, I think it is 7:30 Eastern. You can do that by going to that link. Excellent, Malaya. That's good to hear. Yeah, and we're really happy you made it too, Randy. And you're super welcome, Paul. And everybody, you're all super welcome. Thank you for being here. So that's Brooke's link for tomorrow. My plan is to be there tomorrow. Whether or not I will enter the Zoom as Ruth, we will see. Thanks for coming, Sheila. I appreciate it. And hey, Brian. Oh wow. It's good that you feel good now. And yeah, I have these moments of I end up really teary when I'm doing the loving kindness meditations for the Do Nothing Project, and by the end of them, I'm often quite teary. So yeah, that can be a good thing, or it can be a thing too. It doesn't have to be a good thing. It can be just a thing. And it's a valid experience. Yes, well put, Brooke. A nice release. And then for just in the realm of letting people know what is out there, Seeds Meditation Community, which I believe is seedsmeditation.com, has drop-ins daily. We talk about Kevin Lacroix's Morning Bell. That's the easiest place to find Kevin Lacroix's Morning Bell. It is also mentioned in each newsletter that comes out. So thank you, Brooke. So that's seedsmeditation.com. That's for the Seeds Meditation community. All the folks that are in that group have a background in unified mindfulness, or at least I believe they all do. They may have more than unified mindfulness, but they all, I believe, have a common background in unified mindfulness. And if you've been coming to these sits, I work in unified mindfulness here and there, so have some familiarity with that. So to have that as an offering, I haven't made it to Carlisle's sits now in April, so maybe I'll do that before we head out. And then there is, I think I'm doing one more Wednesday next week, and then you'll have Brooke and Ralph filling in. So that is that's all the news. And Jeff is your meditation host for the Sunday. Yeah, and it's a very good point, Paul. The style too is also a common language for Jeff, and then also a common language for a lot of the CEC faculty. Obviously have that background. James and Aaron and Kevin. So
Oh yeah, there is the MindBod Squad Day is on May 3rd, and there is a Zoom option for that. So thank you, Ruth. Ruth's on top of all this too, but Ruth sits with Ruth doesn't mind me sharing, but Ruth sits with folks from Seeds meditation group and reminded me that I had yet to share about that. So now we have folks know a bit more about that. All right. Well, started late. We'll finish before the top of the hour here. I really got. I liked being. I liked thinking of myself as an ecosystem on Monday. Tasha was the guide on Monday, and then Brooke has a link to the MindBod Adventure Squad Day in Toronto with a Zoom option. So yeah, I really appreciated Monday. If you missed Monday and you were like, gosh, I wish I could be an ecosystem, the largest percentage of the guidance for CEC are all published out to the Internet Archive, so you can find all sorts of stuff. So, and I just want to warn you, that's kind of a rabbit hole because there's tons of meditations in there. But you should be able to track down Tasha's guidance from Monday very, very soon. So, all right. Thanks. Before you disappear off to wherever you're disappearing off to at the top of the hour here. Have an excellent Wednesday if you're in Australia, and I will see folks in chat on Sunday. Thank you, and thank you, Brooke. Appreciate getting the links in and everything. Bye now. Maybe I'll see folks on Thursday.